Wednesday night. It is time for our Craft and Chat live time with the Artistry Collective. Although tonight I am the only one of the collective that is live. Shauna had doctor's appointments today, so she's not feeling well, so she didn't go live. And Kristy is down with a cold and she's really not feeling well, so she won't be live tonight. So it's just me, Leah from Make All the Things With Me. Come on in, say hi. I am going to be, hey Karen, working with the pool noodle from Dollar Tree. I've never worked with pool noodles before, not crafting. I have seen them done so many times. There are so many things to do with them. I'm going to be making peppermint sticks tonight. I really don't have a plan. I've got some ideas, so we'll see how it goes. But I've seen people do so many things, like even roll them up and make the lollipops and then put cellophane around them and make a big lollipop for their yard. That would be fun. I don't usually do those kind of crafts, but you can make a fun Candyland scene with a whole bunch of pool noodles. All right, so I'm going to get to work because I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to try a few different ways to make these pool noodles. We'll see how far I get and if it works. So if I try it and it works, definitely try it. I mean, it's just crafting, right? It's supposed to be fun. So I'm just using a little handsaw. They do sell pool noodle knives at Dollar Tree. Oh, I didn't cut it very straight. I don't know how they cut, but they're made for pool noodles. So make you a peppermint stick. Okay. I'll save this. I don't know why I'm saving it, but I don't know, who knows. I'm just going to cut some up in different lengths and see which way I like. I think like a little bundle of big fat peppermint sticks would be fun, right? Who's made these? Yeah, Karen. I mean, I'm sure somebody has created peppermint sticks out of pool noodles. I have not, you know, and it's peppermint season. I mean, who doesn't love the red and white? I went to Hobby Lobby the other day and I picked up some craft sticks. They're called twist chenille stems. I grew up calling these pipe cleaners. And I was looking for little like peppermint candies. I didn't find any, but I did find this, and I will be using these. I'm going to take it apart. But I mean, hello. Aren't they fun? Hey, Judy. All right, let's see if I can find myself so I could see comments better. Why do I always have a problem finding myself? I'm glad you guys found me. Why do I always have a problem? There we go. And if Levon and Shelby are on, if you guys don't mind sharing me over to Facebook, that would be so awesome. And here we go. I always forget to do this. I'm sorry, guys. And I probably should mute my notifications so that I don't lose anything. Thank you so much. Novinia, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying hi. Regina, hi. Pipe cleaners for you too, right? That's what we... what kind of pipes were we cleaning that they called them pipe cleaners? Anybody know? And I'm not really cutting these straight. So I'm just going to cut them up. So I have some ideas. Cover them with fabric. I've got this. I would have loved to have like tea stained it or coffee stained it, but I'm sure we can grunge it up. And painting. So I think I'm going to try painting first, because I think that's going to be the hardest. I don't know how the paint's going to stick to the pool noodle. I have seen people paint pool noodles before. I've never done it. Boy, I'm not doing a good job of cutting these straight. Might have some wonky. And I'm envisioning turning these into candles. What do you guys think? I've got tea lights here. Let's see if we can do it. Should I do another long one? Okay. So let's start off with the small one. Let's start off with the small one. I'm going to paint a small one. And I'm going to use craft paint because craft paint sticks to everything. Have you seen no, is it hot or cold? Tell me about this pool noodle glue, because if this styrofoam glue, get out. Let me tell you, there is glue for everything. Do you guys think I should put a coat of Mod Podge on this first? I don't want to heat it because, you know, it's styrofoam and it can melt. I don't want to heat it too much. But thank you, Shelby. I appreciate that, my friend. It's cold. That is so cool. I'm going to have to look into that. But let's see how this goes, and let's see if I want to continue to craft with pool noodles. Like, I've seen people turn the pool noodles into candles, like creepy candles for Halloween. Paint them black, put the tea light on, and then do the dripping glue. So I'm going to start off with this one, with painting it. Where did my, here it is. And I've got a really fun idea. So let's see if I can get this to work. All right. Alrighty. Here goes nothing. Hey, is it Hanif? Hello. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. Just taking a minute to stop and say hi. Oh, you're speaking a language that I do not understand, and I hope you're saying something nice. Hey, Michelle. How are you doing, my friend? You want to give me a call afterwards? You still feeling nervous? Well, it's sticking on here pretty well. And, you know, chalk paint is great. It's so thick that it pretty much, you can paint any surface with it. It's thick. It dries quick. Let's see. And you do have to be careful. I'm imagining, you know, when you dry this, because it's foam, right? And what happens to foam? It melts when it's heated up. All right, let me. Oh, goodness. Might need another coat. We'll see. How's your week so far? We all made it to hump day, right? Mine wasn't too bad. Today wasn't too bad. Did work a little bit later. Had to run an errand after work. And but I have to tell you, running errands after work this time of year is the worst. You get out of work, hold the phone at Michael's. All right, cool. Thank you for looking that up. And it's pitch black. It's dark. And to me, it's like, I don't know, when it's dark, it just feels late. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get home. Belinda, hello. So, and then it's like only 5:30, you know? So I did turn on my my glue gun, and I put it on the low setting. And my heat tool does get pretty hot, so I'm hoping, I think this is definitely going to need another coat. I'm sure they invented foam glue because like some glues will actually react with it, right? And then kind of do some kind of chemical reaction. I know when I've used like the styrofoam for greenery, that sometimes there's a little fizzing going on, bubbles up and fizzes and reacts with the styrofoam. I mean, even though this is like different styrofoam than those styrofoam balls and the floral foam. It's still making a mess. The foam glue is made by Beacon. Of course it is. They make all the glues. Did you know that Beacon is near me? I think the factory is probably like 45 minutes away from me. Let me get this off of here. You should go on this site and do some research on the Beacon adhesives. I think it started because of the fashion industry. They needed a special kind of glue for fabric and like, you know, rhinestones and all that stuff to attach to fabric. And then they became an adhesive giant. My daughter's best friend's ex-boyfriend used to, or works for Beacon, and he used to give me all kinds of glue, but they're not together anymore, so he's not my contact anymore, so I have to buy it, but I still got plenty left. So to make the stripes, I brought out some washi tape because it's low tack, because I was worried. I don't know, I was kind of thinking that the pool noodle was going to be smoother than what it actually is. It's not really that smooth. And so because I was worried that the masking tape would take off the paint, and I think it might. Oh, but I'm worried that the washi tape, which is low tack tape, hey Norma, won't peel the paint off. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I didn't get a lot of swirls out of that one. Let's see. Oh gosh, this is going to be hard. And messy. This is so messy. So what I'm doing here is masking off the areas, and inside, in between the two lines is where I'm going to paint the red, the stripes. Oh boy. And if anybody knows like an easier way or a better way, speak now. Don't hold your peace. We do that between that. I may not get even lines, but doing this live, the pressure, the pressure. Hey, Ruth. How you doing? All right, guys, I'm focusing on this at the moment. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll use a little foam brush. These are from Dollar Tree also in the Crafts Square section. These are actually, so I hear people, oh, look at this. They're called sponge dabbers, but really they're daubers. I'm trying to make some peppermint sticks. Oh gosh, look at that. That's all crooked. This is not. I think I'm going to have better luck with the fabric. I've got some red and white striped fabric. Oh, I'm going to have some wonky stripes here. I mean, I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to stress over it being, you know, perfect. This is my practice run. If this works out, I may make some more. If it doesn't, into the circular file it goes. All right, let's get some red out. I have Folk Art Lipstick Red. Perfection is overrated. Amen, sister. Yes, it is. All right. Oh, my goodness. Where do I start? Okay. I'm just going to dab because it's probably going to bleed. And then I have a neat idea for this. To make some like sugared candy sticks. Oh, I could make a North Pole with one of these. Right? Isn't the North Pole red and white striped like a candy cane? Hey, Marie, how are you, my friend? How are you feeling? Everyone, Nona Troll is our moderator here. Be nice or she gets upset. WSDK J42. Hello. You're good. I'm so glad to hear it. How's your weather been? Any snow? We've had some flurries, but nothing crazy yet. But cold. Boy, has it been cold. tell you what, this is messy. I mean, I'm not the neatest crafter, but I hate getting messy. All right, should I peel it while it's wet? I took off some of the white. I could probably fix that. Oh, yeah, I did. So the paint doesn't stick great to the pool noodle. Not bad. All right, let's get the heat tool out. And then I'll fix up. See where it peeled off some of the paint? Let me let this sit for a minute because I have to do something about my hands. Maybe I should have painted last. I'm afraid I'm going to stain the fabric when I get to the fabric. Oh my goodness. Okay, so who's done poodle noodle crafts? What have you made with poo? With poo. I hope none of you have crafted with poo. With pool noodles. Hi, Rosie. It's really good. Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't know. The jury's still out on that one. Okay, I am going to go back in and fix up where... Now, washi tape is really low tech. And it pulled off the paint. So maybe sealing it in between coats. You know, doing something like that live is just, you know, we'd be here forever. Just fixing that part up. You've never crafted with the pool noodle? You're intrigued? Me too! I've seen crafts with pool noodles. You know, people use them as like a wreath base. And like I've seen people take the, maybe need some time to be dry. Yeah, yes, Rosie. Make, like I said, the lollipops. And then you wrap cellophane around them. I've seen those. Those are really cute. I'm not that ambitious. Not bad, right? All right, not bad. Let me put this to the side. I don't think I'm going to paint anymore. That's it. I'm going to put the paint to the side. Oh, okay. Now, I have one of these tea lights. It's going to go up here, but I kind of want it to go inside. So, let me grab... Ugh, yuck. Mess. It cuts easily. I do have a sharp blade in this box cutter. And I'm pretty sure I could probably stretch it enough to get the tea light in there. I just want to make sure it fits. Okay. Here's the look that I was going for, but I'm not done. I want to try something. Ugh. Oh my goodness. But even though it really looks nice, you've liked and subscribed. By the way, oh, Rosie, thank you so much and welcome. Rosie, my name is Leah. Nice to meet you. I appreciate you doing that. All right, let's turn this off. I don't know why I turned it on to fit it in there. Oh, look what I did. Okay, that's not going to matter. I'm going to take my Mod Podge. Let's take this. No, not this one. Okay. I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge on this because I want to try something really neat. And if it works with this, I'm going to be doing it with other projects. I saw something like this online and I thought, oh, that looks so, stop it. Stop it. Oh, I should have waited till it was totally dry. All right, it's smearing, but it's not going to matter, right? This is our practice one. I think I will be making these. You know how Dollar Tree has where are they? You know how they have those the pillars? We could use those. Those will be perfect. And it won't be like a pain. Like the pool noodles. And you know, I think they're the same price. I don't know if the pool noodles went up in price at Dollar Tree. Does anybody know? I've had this one for a long time. I don't know why I had it. All right, so I'm covering it in Mod Podge. And yeah, it's looking a mess right now because the paint wasn't totally dry. All right, let me get rid of this. And let me grab another one. Put that down. And I have some Epsom salts. And this is just Epsom salt. So you can get it anywhere, right? This is perfect for fake snow. I'm going to make like crystals. They actually used to clean smoking pipes with them. With what, Ruth? With the pipe cleaners? Shauna, hello. Okay, so I have the Mod Podge on here and I'm doing this to give it like a little sugared look. Imagine getting fruit, fake fruit, and doing this. And the Mod Podge dried up in places, or I could have missed it. Oh, why did I put it away? Let's see. But how about sugar plum? Doesn't hurt to try Mod Podge. No. Belinda, hello. Have no idea what you are trying to say. You see that? Looks pretty cool, right? All right, let's put this here. And this is what I used. Epsom salt. Nothing special. right, I'm just going to put it right back in here. It looks great. Thank you, Semi. Okay, it's still wet, and then once it dries, you can decorate it. Ah, can't get this in there. I'm afraid to touch it. Yeah, and as I'm touching it because of the Mod Podge, it's all coming off. But you get the gist of it. So if you're going to do it yourself, it takes patience and time, and make sure everything dries. Let's see, what do I have here? Let's tie a little bit of ribbon, right? And then I've got a little peppermint candy like that. You can get to take some fun holiday greenery, and you could keep peppermints up all winter long, right? Maricela, hello. Thank you so much. Right? But just, you know, something simple, easy. And then I've got a little candlestick holder, you know, right here. But just imagine like just a few of them, right? Or you could just go buy candles that are already like this. I'm sure they sell them for a lot of money, right? Thanks, Karen. But we know what to do. It takes patience, time, and waiting in between coats of everything. All right, so I'm going to put that one to the side. And let's work with the fabric. All right, let me clean up my mess here. What do you guys think? Is it worth trying? Do you think it's a good idea? Or like, no, I'm glad you did it so I don't have to because I don't like it. It looks like a real candle with thanks, Rosie. Right, but there's so many things. I mean, you could do this for every holiday. Red for Valentine's Day, all the pastel colors. Oh my gosh, goodness. At Easter time, you could probably put those eggs on there. Gail, hello. All right, so let's do the same thing. I have this fabric. I'm not sure where I got it. I'm gonna say either Joann's or Walmart. I'm gonna say it's probably Joann's. I miss Joann's. Anybody else? Now, I did not coffee stain or tea stain this. If we want a distressed, grunged look, we can do that with paint, with sealer, with antique wax. All right. Let's try it with this. And I know you've seen people wrap things. You took a pool noodle all the time, but you don't pick one. Oh, you look at them all the time and you don't. You think you will? Oh my goodness, Karen. Don't forget to post it in the Make All the Things with This group. I want to see what you create with the pool noodles. All right. So let's see here. I guess I'm just going to wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. I also bought these. I've been wanting to do these. I've seen these for years where you wrap the hair rollers and you wrap those with the ticking fabric, and you can make, and they're bendable, you can make candy canes. I mean, it's candy cane season, right? I don't know. How do I do this, guys? Do I do it like close? Or am I just going to layer it? What am I doing? What am I doing? Maybe overlap it? Let me see. Let's do this first. I'm sorry, I don't plan my projects. But I don't know, I get an idea and I'm like, let's try it. You're seeing it for the first time with me. Hey, Vale, Dragon of New Adventures. Good evening. You've seen a few crafters use those foam rollers? Yeah. Lori made peppermint sticks from Farmhouse Stencil Shop a few weeks ago. She made hers all primitive and rustic and grungy. I mean, it's nothing new. I'm not getting this. I might have to fill in here. I don't know. Maybe the pool noodle's too wide. Okay, this is, I'm not liking this. Maybe I need to make this thinner. I don't know, guys. Give me some advice here. Some of the best projects aren't planned. That is the truth, Sue. And hello, how are you? I don't know, maybe I should do a taller one. You know what, I'll go back in for the bottom part. And I probably could have painted this. I wasn't really looking, but I haven't seen any white pool noodles. I don't even know if they're available. And my glue gun has two temperatures, high and low. I do have it on the low setting. And this might be a little bit boring just watching me wrap ribbon around a pool noodle. Hasselbeck, hello. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. Becky, hi. I am making peppermint sticks. So I'm using a pool noodle. My first project, I painted the pool noodle white, wrapped some washi tape around it to get the red stripes, and then I put Mod Podge on it and then rolled it in Epsom salt to get like this little icy, sugary finish on it. And then I just wrapped a ribbon around it. I'm not happy about the way this came out. If I was by myself and I was taking my time, I'm sure I could make it look so much better. But it's a faux candle. That's what I'm making tonight. And now I'm just wrapping a pool noodle with some red and white. Is this ticking? Is this considered ticking fabric? I don't know. I don't know my fabrics. Here's how it's looking. And this one is really thin, but let's go with it. It'll give it that nice, we'll call this one rustic, right? When things aren't quite perfect and they're a little bit wonky, we just call it rustic. It just makes everything okay. And I'll go over this maybe with some antique wax, because that's easy enough to get. Anybody else like candy cane and peppermint stick decor or projects? I think for me it's the red and white. I love red and white together. All right, here's how it's looking so far. Let's try this on the bottom part. Oh my, this one is really rustic. Be careful with your fingers. Thanks, Susan. I actually have it on a low setting, so it's not as hot as the high setting. It's warm. It's just everything is sticking to me. And I'm spot gluing it. I'm not gluing it all the way up. I do like that look though. You see that little fuzzy frayed look? Not bad, right? Not bad. What's this style called? Right? It's not really primitive. I mean, okay, I was going stripes that way. And I did not tea stain or coffee stain the fabric. I always forget to do that. Now this I can see myself making a few of. Have a nice little peppermint candy stick vignette, right? Bundle them up. So I just want to remind you, if you all know, on Wednesday nights, it is Artistry Collective Night. We do a little channel hop. We collaborate every Wednesday. Not all of us go live on Wednesday nights. Tonight, I am the only one in the collective that is going live. We usually start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Shauna from Frapps Scraps, but she had a little surgery today. She's not feeling well, and Kristy is sick. She's got a cold. It would be cool if they made white pool noodles. I think they do, Ruth, but probably like in the spring and the summertime. But I'm going to check. I'm going to check to see if they have them out. But your main work is crochet. Oh, Rosie, that's wonderful. I crochet too. Not as much as I used to. But Nonna Troll on here is an amazing crocheter. And all right, I'm just going to take a minute and I'm going to brag on Nonna Troll. She sent me these. I don't usually crochet little figurines. I do mostly hats because they're quick and easy, but she made me a little red Christmas tree, and she made me this little star, and I lost the pom-pom. Let's glue that pom-pom right back on there. Look how cute. And my favorite, a gingerbread man. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Nonna Troll. Do you make any beaded purses? I do not. It would be cool if they made white pool noodles. I already saw that one. Vivian, hello. So do I make art beaded purses? I do not, but it's a beautiful, I have a few purses that are beaded. I don't really work with beads. You know, I've made jewelry in the past, but I don't really work with beads. I admire those that do. My niece loved working with beads. I used to buy her beads all the time to make bracelets and earrings. It's the crochet gingerbread. Yes. Oh, I let me tell you, last year she made me a lap blanket, a Christmas one, and I use it all year round. And I think of her every time, and I feel the love. And I just, she is amazing. I think, Marie, you crochet all year round, right? I crochet in the colder months, but I don't crochet as much as I used to. And like I said, I mostly do hats. They're quick and easy. They work up fast. I made 2 blankets in my life. They take a lot of time, and I don't have the patience. I like quick, something quick and easy. You love to see people enjoy their hobbies. Your stream makes me so happy. Well, oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. You just made me so happy. You know, because sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, what am I doing? What am I doing here? But I don't know. I just have this desire just to share crafting, just to hang out and talk about crafts, talk about crafting, right? And there's something about using your hands. I'm a fidgeter. My hands always need to be busy. Let's see if I can fill in this space here. You know, and usually I don't enjoy something like repetitive or tedious like this, but I'm actually enjoying this. I can talk and do this. I don't really have to think. And this is something that will definitely keep your hands busy. Georgiana, hello. You found this by accident, but you enjoy it. Well, thank you, Susan. Happy accidents. And you're so glad to make you happy. Always share your hobbies. It's absolutely wonderful to watch as someone who can't do it. There's so the viewers and I are here to enjoy. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. What a beautiful thing to say. You know, it's so funny. You know, sometimes if I'm not really feeling too well, I'll do something that's just to spend some time together and just to craft. And a lot of times I'll stencil. I enjoy stenciling, making signs. So my friend Lavon, who's on here, messaged me today and she says, "Are you going live?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going live." She says, "What are you making?" And I said, "I don't know." I had a couple options. So I said to her, I was like, "Well, I have this idea for I have this goose stencil." So I said, "I have this idea for that. Or I have an idea. I've been wanting to make peppermint sticks." So she says, "No, no goose." She says, "Make the peppermint sticks." I was like, "Okay, peppermint sticks it is." And you know, I've never done these before, so why not? Let's try it together. And if I mess it up, you might be able to make it better. Right? You might be able to make it way better. And then you'll have to let me know. I have a sharing group on Facebook. It's called Make All the Things With Us. I also have a page on Facebook that's called Make All the Things With Me. So if you are a creator and you make something, join the group and share. You love peppermint sticks. They are looking great. Well, thank you so much, okay? And is that pickles? You like making cardboard crafts? Oh, yes. I have a few friends that absolutely do everything with cardboard. And I always forget about using cardboard. You know, I like to work with wood a lot. And if I don't have like a particular piece big enough or small enough or the right shape for a sign, I'll often make it out of cardboard. As a matter of fact, one of my other options was to use an Amazon bag tonight. Maybe I'll do that Sunday. I'll be live on Sunday. I'm going to go live on Sunday. I'm going to say around 9 o'clock. Okay. Anytime between 8:45 p.m. Eastern time and 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will be live crafting again. So I craft on Wednesday nights here on YouTube and Sundays on YouTube and Facebook. Now, if this was white, some of the blue is showing here. But I'm not going to let that bother me now because like you guys are just watching me roll fabric around a pool noodle. Okay. So this is like, I'm twisting and see how it like didn't twist evenly. There's got to be a trick. There's got to be a special way to do this. And you know, make it wrap nicely. Maybe because like the shape, the pool noodle's fat. I don't know. Hey, get out of here, Lori from Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I was just talking about you and I was saying how you made some of the peppermint sticks with the hair rollers. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm covered in paint and glue and I need a glue stick. All right, so I put a little bit of glue on the other end of the glue stick. This way when I put it in, it sticks to the glue stick in front of it, because you know sometimes when you put a new stick in and then you have a hard time getting it started and you got to push, and I found that this helps. All right, let's tear some more of this. I think maybe I should have stenciled tonight instead of this. Oh, did you see what I made before? Look, I painted a pool noodle and then I added Epsom salt for a sugar finish. How cool would it be to put this on some faux gingerbread cookie men? Wouldn't that be cool? So smart with the glue stick. I gave you an idea. Oh, okay. I can't wait to see it. That's what I'm here for. Because, I mean, crafting live, and especially like something that I didn't plan, I've never done before. So I'm pretty much here for inspiration. You know, learning what to do, what not to do. We're learning together. It should be try all the things with me instead of make. Definitely not learn. Alrighty. Let me cut a little piece off of here. Okay. All right. I'm going to cover the hole up. All right. And let's fill in some of these spaces here. Now, I was thinking of making like 3 of these and then bundling them together. As I said before, I'm a trailblazer. Let me see. That is really awesome idea to start new glue. Okay. If you don't try, you don't know what works. Exactly. And I'm glad you guys are like okay with it instead of like, you know, bashing me for just coming on here and basically just watching me play in my craft room. Right? I mean, that's what I'm doing. All right, now I want to try to cover up some of the blue. I mean, because the other one, I don't know if I'm going to display, but this one has potential. Ah. Oh, my goodness. Patience, Leah, patience. There we go. Let's see if I could tear this in half and fill in. Oh, wait, here it goes, tiny one. It's hard for you to wait till after Thanksgiving to decorate for Christmas. So looking forward to it. You know what, Patty? Me too. And you're not alone. I think a lot of people, I do the social media things. I scroll posts, I read posts, I watch videos, and even in real life, one of my coworkers last weekend started decorating. It's a thing. Like people are feeling it. I think we're just it's been a long year, right? And I don't know, just the holidays, the peace and the peace of the Christmas time, right? Especially it's like so dark, and I think people are just ready to just relax with family, unwind. All right, so this is Antique Wax by Waverly. I know you can get it online. I'm sure Amazon, because they have everything. I'm giving you life, you mean crafting lessons. You're giving us life crafting lessons. The piece for sure. Yeah, Patty. Craving it. Like, I have never ever been one that was that into like the holidays, the end of the year. I'm one of those that gets the Christmas blues, the season blues. I don't know. I think there's so much pressure and stress. And I think that's the thing this year. No pressure, no stress, just keeping it simple. An old-fashioned Christmas, right? And Forrest, you're back. Hi. How are you, friend? All right, so I've got like an old chippy brush here. I'm just dipping in here. And let's distress it. If you like just like the plain pretty look like this, keep it. But I'm going to distress it. You know, like I said, I could have tea stained this or coffee stained it. But, you know, I didn't plan ahead. I didn't think ahead. And I don't have any fabric that I've, you know, tea stained or coffee stained and just have it in a pile for when I'm ready to use it. So a good little trick is to do this. You can use the Waverly wax. You can use any kind of antiquing gel, any kind of a stain. You could use Mod Podge and cinnamon and instant coffee. You haven't been on as you have been to your dad's, but he'll just, so you know, it's 2 a.m. again. Oh no. Well, I hope you don't have a lot to do tomorrow, and I hope you can get to sleep and function well. I know I can't function well if I'm up at 2 in the morning. Although one day, I think it was Saturday, I was so tired. I fell asleep at like 6 o'clock, and then I woke up at midnight, and I'm like, oh no. See, and now we just made it rustic by doing this. And let me pull the candle out of this one. And these aren't as easy to paint or stain, but let's just do it anyway. I could probably wrap some ribbon around this, right? I mean, I have that. I mean, let's just do something different. I am just totally like just creating on the fly here. I don't know. So my friend Lori from Farmhouse Stencil Shop, she's a craft planner. She is amazing. Her stuff is like absolutely top notch. When you watch her, you get like perfection, start to finish, right? Something totally that looks professional. With me, we're just winging it. So if I was crafting by myself, this is how I craft. I'm like, oh, let me try this. Let me try that. I'm not going to glue it on here. But you have something like this, right? So, oh boy. I might have to glue it to something to make it stand. An old-fashioned Christmas must-see movie, Gift of Love, A Christmas Story. Oh, okay, definitely. And I'm not one really too big on like you know, the Hallmark movies. You know, I like the cute, funny Christmas movies. You know, I'll watch some of those. But I don't know. Right now, I feel the Christmas spirit. I really do. I feel it. I just really want to enjoy this season, and I want to put my tree up early too. I feel like I need to make this season of comfort and joy last a really long time. Okay. Let's get some twine out. I know my hour is up. I usually craft scrolled quickly and momentarily thought Meryl Streep was making candles. Get out. The young Meryl Streep or the old one? All right, let's do something. Let's zhuzh this up, right? You know, usually I'm not a big zhuzher. All right, so I've got some twine here. Let's wrap this around here. And you know what? You can paint a real candle. I think you can paint, right? Can you paint on candles and like burn them? I don't know if I would burn them, but let's do that. Let me grab some more. But I don't know, like, I mean, I've got a real candle burning back there. I still burn candles, but I just love the glow of candles. I even like, you know, the LED candles. I like that light. Okay, that'll be cute there. And listen, if you're doing something like this, the hot glue, if you're not like 100% thrilled with the way it comes out, just heat up the glue and pull off the pieces. Easy as that. You're not really wasting anything. I don't want these. I want some berries. Let's see. Where is my Christmas stuff? Craftalanche. All right. This is a pick from Michael's. The Christmas picks, I think, are on sale at Michael's. I went to Hobby Lobby on Monday, and I had to do some speed shopping. I went in to get some paintbrushes and some paint and just look around to see what they had. And oh my gosh, I'm so glad I had to speed shop and I couldn't spend time in there. Do it, girl. You're inspired to get your tree up too. Yes. Yes. Because I would have spent a lot of money, and I'm trying really hard not to spend money on craft supplies because I have more than anyone needs, really. But I've been really good. And you know, most of my craft budget is spent at Dollar Tree. Do you know what I did? Look. There it goes. I'm just going to pull it off because I did it upside down. It's as easy as this. And we're going to turn it over. To get rid of the glue strings, take your heat gun and they shrivel up and they disappear. And then you can add, like I said, you can add some instant coffee and some cinnamon, and it will smell beautiful. But look, there it is. What do you think? Right? And if you make like 3 of them and then bundle them together, or just take this and put it on here. It's upside down. There you go. Okay, it's the leaning peppermint stick. It's starting to melt a little bit. But you could take that down, right? Get some red and white decorations going, you know. You do something like this. But that's it. Thank you, Vale. Thank you. But yeah, so we did 2 things. This little one, and it's not quite dry. I didn't shake off the Epsom salt, but look at those crystals. This is giving me so many ideas. So many ideas. I'm thinking fake bakes, like fake cookies, or maybe some like sugar plum, right? A sugar plum crystal like that, right? And lemons and orange slices. But yeah, I mean, you know, and this is good for you, but if you like, oh my gosh, imagine doing this with like a 4x4 or a round fence post, you know, and you can like really take your time, make it like a snowman. Yes. Yes. And I don't know if the Epsom salt will melt or not. Maybe if I spray it. I don't know. Does anybody know what happens? Like, will anything happen to the Epsom salt? I don't know. I just saw somebody who used Epsom salt on something to make it look like crystal. And I thought, huh, I wonder if I can do it on, you know, a candle, or like make some fake candy or something like that. Make, you know, maybe even put some on these little, these are fake peppermints. But I don't know. I'll have to do some research to see what happens to the Epsom salt. But I'm sure there's other stuff. There's fake snow you can use. Everyone sells fake snow and stuff. But here's my 2 projects. I think I will be making some more of these. You know, take my time, make it nice. All right, friends, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. I will be back here on Sunday, sometime between 8:45 and 9-ish. Hi, Erica. Hey, Sheila from Sweetie's Creations and Decor. Thank you so much. Did you just pop on because I'm getting ready to say goodnight? And I will definitely always be back here on YouTube at, I don't know why everything is shaking, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, every Wednesday night with the Artistry Collective. Sometimes we all go live together. Sometimes it's just one of us. Tonight, it was just me. Thank you so much for coming back. Oh, thank you so much, Juliet. I appreciate that so very much. All right, this is for real now. I'm going to say goodbye. All right, everyone. Bye for now. I will see you Sunday. Have a great rest of your week, and I want to hear all about it on Sunday.